Sound the alarm. Sound the alarm. Sound the alarm. Sound it loudly. Oh, Brother Malcolm. They try to buy Malcolm. Thanks to the guys at Advice TV. Thanks to Phil. The whole crew over there. Big up yourself. They tried to buy Malcolm. Malcolm was not for sale, so they had to kill him. And it's the same story. Throw money at him. Give him cars. What's their favorite saying? Everybody got a price, just gotta find it. Everybody got a price, just gotta find it. Not for the righteous. Righteous has no price. Got this clip from the Advice Show I want to play. Want you guys to take a listen. And listen to Phil afterwards. I mean, these guys over there, he's been doing this for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty much knows what he's doing in this field of YouTube and social media and independent media. Rare baga things. So go look up at The Advice Show with Phil. Subscribe to those guys. I think he has a Patreon page as well. Check them out. Those guys over there, they are very astute, very informative. About to play the video right now.
Welcome to the Advice Show, media with a common sense approach. So there's some FBI recordings that was recently released. They had a conversation with Malcolm X. Now, I want you to listen to this conversation, and I really want you to pay attention to what they're saying to Malcolm, what they're offering, and how Malcolm responds to the FBI and what they're requesting from him. We're real clear.
Morning, how you here? With the FBI, you have a couple minutes while I'm talking? No, it's helpful. I think her name is Beckwood. Beckwood? Right. And yours is Fulton. Fulton. Right. Which, New York. New York. There's only one. Only one here.
This is probably what you assume we came for, to obtain any information you want to give us about the Muslims.
I didn't assume anything.
No, that's a very general statement on my part, but as you know, we follow the activities of the Muslims as best we can, but we're always looking for new avenues of information, and who better than the head of the Muslims. At least up to a month ago or something like that.
How's your suspension status?
No one knows but Mr. Muhammad. You guys asking?
You're still in the status of now. I mean, you're not working now, teaching now at all.
Well, I'm still under the suspension.
That's what I mean.
That's a temporary thing, as far as we know.
He's the only one who can give out any information.
Yeah.
I couldn't say anything beyond what he has said.
Yeah. I think he has said that it's a temporary suspension. I'll be frank with you, one of the reasons we picked this particular time to contact you is because of this suspension.
The suspension was brought about by my own doing.
Yeah, exactly. But who knows what was in your mind when you did receive the suspension. In other words, bitterness could have entered into it. It would not be illogical for someone to have spent so many years doing something than be suspended.
No, it should make him stronger because it makes him realize that law applies to the law enforcer as well as those who are under the enforcement of the enforcer.
But you've taken nearly a perfect attitude toward the thing, which is almost unhuman, really. I mean, you've taken the attitude that Mr. Mohammed wants everyone to take of being chastised. Which is fine. I mean, more power to you. But you see from our viewpoint that there's at least a chance, and this has happened with other members of the organization, they're suspended for some reason or other. And we talk to them, and they stand people up to me now, and they're of course cooperative. Why? Because they're bitter. Now, assuming you resume your duties, we would be, as you sure know, interested in having you help us out.
Help you out to do what? We're always helping out the government. We're cleaning up all of the crimes that we help it out more than it helps itself. We're at least able to reform the people who have been made criminals by this society, by the corruption of this society. And any way to help it out other than that, I wouldn't even know how to begin.
Well, what we're interested in, basically, are the people who belong, the names, the members.
My telephone number is OL16320. OL16320.
Now, by this suggestion,
That's like telling you the sun shines from the east.
well, no comment. And the teachings, plans, the programs.
No teaching is more public than ours, and I don't think you find anybody more blunt in stating it publicly than we do.
No, exactly.
I don't think you can go anywhere on this earth and find anybody who expresses their views on matters more candidly than we do.
I can only agree with you. No, that's right. You're right. You do. The main thing is there's a certain area of responsibility. This is getting into our angle of it. What we really want are the names of all those who belong. The names, who they are, identification.
I don't even know.
Do you keep no records?
That's not my job. I'm just a preacher.
Yeah, but somebody up there keeps the record.
I don't know who. I don't have any knowledge of those kind of things. With all these other responsibilities I've had, it's difficult for me to work out names. Plus, you would insult my intelligence asking me for them. In fact, no, you would insult your own because it would mean that your own intelligence isn't heavy enough to weigh me and know in advance what I'm going to say when you ask that question.
Well, without getting into an argument on semantics there, you don't know until you ask.
That's not semantics. That again goes into your psychology.
We've had people, not this group particular, other groups,
Oh, yes.
who have been just as vociferous against whatever we're investigating as communists. Make a good case out of it. Communists for 20 years, they hate everything. Go interview them. Yeah. You don't want to. Go anyway. So you go knock on the door and go, where have you been? Oh, I want to tell you something. You never know till you ask. And that's happened so many times. Sometimes the word isn't convinced, but sometimes money brings out the information. I know intend to insult you here.
According to Dillon, what's his name, the Secretary of Treasury, this government's money is in such trouble.
You can still spend it.
Still, according to your government economists, the dollar itself is in such trouble, a person would be a fool to sell his soul for one of these decreasing dollars.
Oh, yeah, couldn't agree with you more. It'd be a fool to sell your soul if the dollar was increasing. This has nothing to do with selling your soul. I mean, if you look at it that way, okay.
Yeah,
But
depends on how you look at it.
sure.
They insult my intelligence. When they, not only they insult me, period. If they think I would tell them anything.
But it would be good, and I think in many ways it might be of some benefit to your organization. You know,
Yes.
if in fact we can eliminate people.
There's no government agency that can ever expect any information out of me that's in any way detrimental to any religious group or black group for that matter in this country. No government agency.
That's fine.
Because they should use that same energy to go and find who bombed that church down there in Alabama.
Well,
And if these government agencies spend as much money and time and energy.
you know what somebody in the South is saying today? Few people up north investigate the Muslims with the same energy you're trying to find this bomb here.
The Muslims don't bomb churches.
I know.
But still, the Muslims don't bomb churches. You know, if we broke laws, they'd have us in jail tomorrow.
Now, did you hear how Malcolm responded? They wanted him to sell his soul for some money. And Malcolm said he's not going to do that for a dollar that's ever decreasing. Now, this is the tactic of a devil. Think about it. Well, you know, if you do this, I'll give you this. It's not going to hurt anything. It's just, you're going to get a little out of it. All you got to do is just agree to this. Just like traditional things that we've heard that devils do. Then they stated to him, you know, well, we can make people disappear. You know, just straight killing. He didn't say, you know, these people committing crimes, we're going to arrest them. He said we can make people disappear. We're going to kill them, and you're not going to hear nothing else from them anymore. Now, Malcolm also said instead of wasting time researching them, go find the people that bombed that church, which we all know about that happened here in the Civil Rights Movement era. But that's why when you hear about J. Edgar Hoover was the biggest Klansman ever. And it is a disrespect to even have his name on anything in this country, because he terrorized black people. He terrorized their movements. He done all kinds of things to try to destroy the civil rights movement. And one thing that I've noticed, and this is something I've been studying, the unification of the black community is something that is a major thing. Because think about it, they wormed their way in after Malcolm and Elijah Muhammad had their differences to try to get him to go against him and go against the people. That's what they was trying to do. And they stated, just pay attention to that tape, that other people have given them information in the past and other people have taken the deal in the past because they were disgruntled against their group. So this is why we have to be careful when we have disagreements for our brother and our sister. Now, our attitude should be this. Yeah, I got a disagreement with them, but stay out of it. They ain't got nothing to do with you. Because the unification of black people, things happen. Families get back together. Businesses get created. Children go to school. They get in line. They get disciplined. Your community can grow. Because when you are divided, even the Word of God teach, a house divided shall fall. So you have to be together. And this is why they don't want us together. They don't want us getting along. They don't want us moving together in one unit to try to do something good. They don't want that. Because it's a lot of people that takes advantage of the disintegration of unity within our community. So that's what they was trying to do here in the tape, and Malcolm just broke them down. Now, he didn't take the deal, but the two blacks that killed Malcolm took the deal, obviously. And a lot of people have stated, you know, they knew the FBI was behind all that, but now you have the evidence of them trying to talk to Malcolm. Because you know how some black people are. All you gotta do is throw some money in their face, and they will sell their soul. They will have women up here that will do anything with a man for some money. You have men that have killed somebody in our community for a little nothing. They act like a few dollars is the greatest thing ever to them. And unfortunately, you know, there are people in our community that don't have that kind of integrity that Malcolm had. Because if the people they approached would have had the same integrity and backbone and strength that Brother Malcolm had in this particular tape, maybe he'd still be alive there, or if he would be dead, they would have to do it, not two people from his own group, which is very sad. Understand something. Somebody trying to get you to sell your soul, they are a devil. Always remember that. I don't care who they are, and the devil could be anybody. It has nothing to do with color. It's the actions of a person. But I don't know, one thing Malcolm also showed me, and it just really inspired me just to hear this, is that you don't sell out. You know, there's a lot of people in this day and time are sellouts. They are cowards, and I look at a sellout as a coward because you're afraid to stand on your own 2 feet and deal with what we have to deal with in this country. It's now they're popularizing being a sellout, shoe shines, and everything else. You know, we talked about that in the past. Being a buck dancing, tap dancing, you know, those types that we have today. You know, people like Malcolm would be so like disgusted, which I'm very disgusted when I see blacks like that, you know, today. So, you know, you can learn a lot from Brother Malcolm. You know, he recently had a birthday, the 90th birthday, and he needs his own holiday as well. He's done a lot of, you know, in our community. We don't need the federal government to give nobody a holiday. We can create a holiday for somebody within our own community and celebrate it once a year. So, you know, that's something we do need to think about. Hit me up in the comments, future commentaries, subscribe.